Welcome back to the tutorial course on Android app development. In this lecture, we will discuss intents. We will discuss different types of intents, such as explicit and implicit. We will also use these intents in the context of app development. An intent is a messaging object we can use to request an action from another app component. It enables communications between different app components. Although the app components may include activities, services, and broadcasts, we will focus on activities for a better understanding. Let's discuss different types of intents using Android Studio. We will use an explicit intent to start a component in our own app. Explicit intents are used in an app because we can define the class name of the activity that we want to start. For example, we can use an explicit intent to start a new activity as a response to a user action. For this, we should have two different activities. We have already created one activity named Home Activity. Let's create the second with the name Sample Activity. Let's go back to Home Activity. We will add a button named MoveBTN and set a click listener. Now, we will call an explicit intent to call Sample Activity from Home Activity. We can send data through intents in the following manner. We can send strings, integer, or boolean using the putExtra method such as key-value pair. In the key-value pair, the first parameter is the key and the second is the value. To obtain the desired result from the activity after it's finished, we will need to call startActivity4Result. Our activity receives the result as a separate intent object in our activities on ActivityResult callback. Sample activity can receive this message in the following manner. Let's set the message received from Home Activity as the title of the sample activity. Now, run the application in the emulator. An implicit intent specifies an action that can invoke an app on a device to perform the action. Using an implicit intent is beneficial when your app cannot perform the action, but the others can. Using implicit intent, we can allow the user to select an app to help perform the action. For example, if we need to share some content with the users, we need to create an intent with the action send action and add extras that specify the content to be shared. When you call start activity with this intent, the user can select an app through which the content can be shared. This can be done in the following manner. To advertise the implicit intents an app can receive, we will need to declare one or more intent filters for each of our app components with an intent filter element in the manifest file. For example, consider the following activity declaration with an intent filter to receive an action send intent when the data type is text. This brings us to the end of our discussion on intents.